We're going to talk now about Destiny Quest, and you're already aware of the basics of what Destiny Quest can do. You know how to do a search for books, you know how to put books on hold and also see what you have checked out. But Destiny Quest also has some extras, some great features where you can keep track of the books you've read or the books you want to read. You can friend other kids at our school and also recommend books to friends. Before we go into some details of that, I just want us to focus for a second. I want us to stop and think. And I also want to shed some light on some important things that you just need to be aware of when you're using Destiny Quest. Drumroll, please. Topic of conversation is, what is a right versus a privilege? A right is something that all humans should have simply because you're on this earth. So, thinking of the right to clean water or housing or food or an education, because you are human and you are here, there are lots of things that you just deserve because you're here. A privilege, on the other hand, is something that is granted to you or earned by you, and it can be taken away. An example of this might be at home you have chores that your parents need you to help with around the house, and they'll pay you an allowance if you do your chores. But you can bet that if you don't do your chores, your parents are not going to pay you your allowance. So we need to think of some guidelines that we need to have in place to ensure we're staying safe and using Destiny Quest appropriately, because using Destiny Quest is a privilege. So there are just some things that we need to make sure that you're clear on so that you're, again, staying safe and being appropriate. So the guidelines, the first one is, I will use Destiny Quest for the purpose of reading. It's a reading tool. It's meant to keep track of books, to recommend books to friends. It's not meant to be a way to private message a friend about coming over to your house after school to play basketball or Minecraft or something like that. So the purpose behind it is reading. Second, I will not share my password. Passwords are private. They are not something you should share with anybody, definitely not a friend. Your parents, okay, but don't be sharing your password. Next one, I will not log in as someone else. That is not okay to do. You can get in big trouble for logging in as somebody else, hacking into somebody's account. So if you see someone has forgotten to log out of their account on a computer, log out for them and then make sure you follow up and let them know that you did that to help them remember to log out next time. Next one, I will treat others with kindness and respect. Our same school rules apply in person as they do online. So how we treat people at school is how we treat people online. Next, I will use appropriate language. Of course, we know what school appropriate language is. Make sure when you are typing a message to someone or recommending a book that you're using appropriate language. Next, I will recommend books with good intent. That basically means you know your friends and you know the kinds of books that they'll like. And when you're recommending a book or messaging a person about a book, don't do it just to get a reaction. Do it from a good place in your heart with good intentions so that you really think the person will like that book. Number 7, if I'm aware of anything inappropriate, I will report it to my teacher and Mrs. Wabama. Please let us know if someone is breaking one of these rules. It's really important that we follow them. We're just trying to help you be responsible online so that as you grow older, you have good habits. So please let us know if something is going on that's not appropriate. And the last one is, the school has the right to monitor my use. We have your passwords, and at any time if we're suspecting a student is misusing Destiny, we will log in as you. We've done it. And then if we do find that you're breaking one of the guidelines, we will have a conversation and possibly take away your access to Destiny Quest, because again, it is a privilege to have access to it. So with that, you've kind of gotten an overview of what Destiny Quest can do and also the really important guidelines to follow to be a responsible student as you're using Destiny Quest.